This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, good evening, everybody. It's Friday night in the Pacific, and if you're watching us here in this part, in the part of this part of the world, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. It is 9:05 p.m. on a beautiful, kind of hot here in Southern California, but magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. If you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And if you're watching us in the Philippines, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. I hope you are having, while you're watching us, kami yung inyong pananghaliang entertainment ngayong 12 noon or 12:05 p.m. or noon dyan sa Philippines. I hope you're having a wonderful lunch with your family, loved ones, significant others. At stay warm. Medyo mainit talaga ngayon. It's getting to summer na. That being said, we're live on PHLB Radio YouTube channel. And also, of course, we are asking you if you could subscribe so you won't miss any of our shows. All you have to do is click our notification bell so you would be notified every time, and just like and share so para everybody can have the access to all our shows here on PHLB Radio. Also, we are live simultaneously on PHLB Radio Facebook page, also in different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, as well as Google Podcasts. And if you're using Alexa, all you have to do is say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for the PHLB Radio channel. And if you have any questions or comments regarding our shows, or any of the shows for that matter, as well as the station, you could easily log on to our Facebook, which is www.phlbradio.com. That's our website. So, but ito na, ang ganda. A lot of you, si Kuya, happy viewing sa'yo. For sure. Si Jodenes, si Ricarte, ito si Kuya. Naku, happy viewing sa'yo. Si Randy Laguerre, happy viewing sa'yo. Randy is watching us from Gardena, California. Sabi niya, pa-shout out, Sir Josh, regards to Nonoy also. Hi, Randy, this is so good. And this is a special edition of Dear Kuya Josh because there was this event that took place June 23rd last week. It is by invitation only. It's a special show of Manila Inasal. I'll tell you more about it as we go on with the show. Bali, ang nangyari, it was a launch of this dinner series, special dinner series for Manila Inasal. Inasal means inihaw and all that. And I think especially for the migrants, yung mga nag-balikbayan or whatever, we have this inasal. And of course, inasal, we are too familiar with that because there's Mang Inasal, there's JT Inasal, or Joel Torres Inasal in Wilson. And then of course, because of the popularity of the inasal itself, which is charcoal inihaw, so nadala rito, and the people who are responsible for that is a chef as well as I believe the CEO is Doji Simon. I know a lot of you are asking, teka, di ba composer? Yes, Doji Simon is the famous composer, and of course he's here in Los Angeles, and he's one of the person behind launching of Manila Inasal, and because of that, I will give you some information about that. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. It's just like so happened that they have decided to launch a dinner series, and ang kanilang first artist is NONOY Zuniga. The seats were limited. Right there, it was a sold-out event. It's Manila Inasal, Los Angeles. Happens June 23rd, and it happened at the United Methodist Church on Wilshire, and happened in Los Angeles, of course. And it's by invitation only, and it was packed. Everyone who who's who in Los Angeles, the community leaders, we all saw each other, and of course some press media there as well. Pero because of the venue is so limited, so not a lot, although it was open to the public, ang bilis na ubos ang ticket. It was sold out. Of course, that is understandable and expected simply because it is Nonoy Zuniga. And because of that, a lot of you saw some pictures of me being at that show. So you guys texted me and said, "Do you have any footage? Do you have anything about the show? Do you have any video? Please share it with us." So that's what we're gonna do. It's a special edition of Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt, which is the dinner series done with featuring Noni Zuniga, and it's of course brought to you by Manila Inasal. And we'll tell you more about the Manila Inasal and how you could order and all that. And we'll show you some video as well as pictures regarding that. And si Kuya Rex, happy viewing sa iyo at hello, of course. Si Hilda, happy viewing sa iyo, Hilda. Si Raddy nagpapatawa. Raddy, huwag papatawa. Live ako ngayon. Raddy, okay, so hello to Janie, or Janie, happy viewing sa iyo. Si Raddy po is a good friend of mine, and of course he resides in Gardena, California, and also a very good friend of Nonoy Zuniga. Okay, before anything else, let's help promote some of our community events that's happening around town. And let's start with, and we have posters, of course. And of course, it happened in Las Vegas, yung Humahagibis sa Las Vegas. Humahagibis sa Gibis, USA. They're having a tour, and let's show the poster on that. They are having a tour right now. Yeah, so it's Humahagibis version 2.0 USA and Philippines US tour coming soon. So if you're interested, please do keep in touch with us, and I'll refer you to the peoples that be. And they are open to do shows across the United States. And if you want to bring them along also. And then, of course, if you want to know more about the Hagibis USA, they are from the Hagibis group of Sammy Parsons. And of course, they were a guest here on Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt 2-3 weeks ago. So mayroong mga ganap-ganap. Si Estrelita Lapid is watching. Estrelita Lapid, as the Lapid name would connote, sila po ang may-ari ng Lapid Chicharon. Si Estrelita is watching us from the Philippines and from Antipolo. And she owns one of the establishment of the Lapid Chicharon. Yung kanyang chicharong bituka at saka, oh my God, eto naglaway na ako. At ang kanyang chicharong bulakas to die for. So, of course, ang maganda kasi sa Lapid, it's really well known for being the best of the best. Wala nang lulutong pa sa Lapid Chicharon. Ayan. Gilda Cooper is watching us. Hello, Gilda. Gilda's watching us from Torrance, California. Si Jeneline De Chavez Antoque is watching us from Liliw, Laguna. Ayan. Ay nako si Randy pala kalokohan ka. Okay, aside from Humahagibis sa Las Vegas na they're gonna be using, or they're gonna having a US tour, there's another that we'd like to promote. It's the X Factor UK meets X Factor Philippines, and that's happening in January. In September. Hold on, tingnan natin kung makuha ko yung kanilang makita natin. Ayan. Thank you, yo. It's gonna be Alisa Bonaobra, and of course you have seen her performance during the X Factor UK, at saka si Mark Lapid Mabasa. Mark Lapid Mabasa will be our guest in the next 2 weeks here on Alam Mo Ba. So we'll know more about Mark Lapid Mabasa, and he is doing so many concerts and that. And of course, Mark Lapid Mabasa belongs to the Lapid clan as well. And so, ayan, yung X Factor UK meets X Factor Philippines. It's happening September 14, 2024 at the Hillsdale Little Theater, and that's happening in San Mateo, California. Okay, and also one more. Of course, ang aking baby, ang aking fiesta ko sa Texas. It's happening soon. Ang bilis, August 4, Sunday. And of course, the special guest will be none other than the beautiful and of course the voluptuous, of course, Max Collins. And of course, there'll be other guests. And as the date approaches, as the date comes sooner, we will let you know all the guests. There's so many guests that this particular Fiesta Cosa Texas will be having. It's the only fiesta happening in Texas. So the people from Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, they all fly in, drive into Houston, Texas for Fiesta Cosa Texas. It's an annual event. OA talaga sa ganda itong ano na to, and they really know how to put it together. It's gonna be at the Bayou Cities Event Center in Houston, Texas. It's from 9 until 6. It's a whole day event with all booth and all that. So if you're missing the Philippines, and of course, feel free to go there. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun, lots of door prizes and all that. Also, Lapid Foods Inc. will be one of the sponsors of this event. Yan. Si Desi Santos is watching. Desi Santos is watching us from Quezon City. Ayan, naku. So alam ko, ano na kayo, excited na kayo to watch some of the highlights of Manila Inasal Dinner series. But before that, let's show muna yung... the good thing about this is it was... They kind of we what they did is they invited people. Of course, it's a ticketed event by invitation only, and of course it's really very classy. They kind of dressed up the venue with all the food, and it's a buffet, and the food is really of a grade, meaning talagang pinaghandaan, pinag-isipan. And I wish I could show you that, but that's not. We're reserving that video for the next round of guesting, because Doji Simon will be one of our guests, as well as of course a full guesting of none other than NONOY ZUNIGA. But for now, for this particular special, we will show you some of the highlights, meaning performances of none other than the balladeer, of course, NONOY ZUNIGA. To start with, what they did is this, because Doji Simon is a composer. So what he did is he asked Nonoy to sing some of his classic songs he wrote for other artists, Filipino artists, and Nonoy gave justice to this song, and he did his own version, his own rendition, his own interpretation. And hopefully we'll find that video. The first one he did was Memory or Memories, and that was done by Louis Heredia. Remember that? Especially yung mga batang 80s, right? So without much further ado, hopefully our our back office would be able to because I've sent them so many videos that we're going to be using today, and I personally took that video. So it really a wonderful treat for everybody for tonight's show. As Ernie is also watching. Hi Ernie, happy viewing to you. And I'll be calling after the show. So stay tuned. So without much ado, I give you the first performance of the evening of the song of cover of NONOY ZUNIGA, Doji Simon's composed. Actually, ayan, ako, medyo hindi ko kasi na-label. So that is Kung Alam Mo Lamang, and that was also written by Doji Simon, but was not sung by Louis Heredia, but with Joanne Loresana. And of course, that's the rendition of what he did for that particular special, for this particular show. What he did is three songs he wrote, and then he asked Nonoy to interpret them. One is by the song popularized by Louis Heredia. Then the one that you just heard was popularized by Joanne Lorenzana and was used for a movie. And then the third song of Doji Simon he did what Louis what Nonoy Zuniga performed was of Sasha's Padilla's Ikaw Lamang, and I hopefully we could show you that right now. Hopefully mahanap ng ating back office. And I know medyo pinapahirapan ko sila sa kayo ngayong gabi kasi it was so difficult earlier. I had some trouble uploading all these videos, so I was not able to. I didn't have time to label them because you know how technical glitches, and of course with live, and hopefully you're bearing with us. So our next one is another Doji Simon. Hopefully sila yo would be able to find it. It is popularized by none other than the divine diva Shasha Padilla, and it's for Ikaw Lamang. And of course, this time around, it was interpreted none other by Nonoy Zuniga. So here we go. Oh, so well, now you're seeing how live show is. Yung po yung the first one that was sang was the Joanne Lorenzana, of course, kung ikaw lang. But now the one you just heard is the reason popularized by Louis Heredia during the 80s, and of course it was beautifully sang and covered by by Nonoy Zuniga. So I apologize for yung mga mix up ng mga intro, but it's okay. I mean that's the beauty of having a live show because I apologize kasi hindi ko talaga na-label siya. So I just uploaded all these videos and of the performances without properly labeling it. Of course, hindi I was there, but of course our back office, Yo, and of course the technical team, they're not there, so I should have labeled it. So lesson learned. So yeah, magiging ano tayo ngayon? Sabi impromptu, pero I'll give you we'll play the music, we'll play the performance, tapos I'll just give you the background after the performance. How's that? I think that's much better kaysa magmali-mali. So let's see what's the third one that Nonoy did, because it was again a special event lang. Was a surprise for Nonoy himself too, because evidently you are the one was given to him. So this is a new song that will be released exclusively by, well, it was written by Doji Simon, and it was given for the first time we heard it. It was practically the world premiere of that particular song. I believe it's You Are the One. And this song, written by Doji, was given for Nonoy to perform. So sabi nga ni Noy, kanyang-kanya na yon yung song na yan. So you'll, sooner or later, you'll be hearing that in the airwaves, and hopefully that would it captures your you are the one. So ang ganda nung ano, it's very poppy and it's really really wonderful. But before we continue, teka, si Alexander Francisco is watching from Project 7. Si Sophie Teves, Sophie Sanchez Teves, a good friend of mine as well, from our group, our Wednesday group na hindi na natuloy. So happy viewing sa iyo, Sophie, with Gilda as well as June. Send regards. Sabi ni Gilda, in one of his songs, Nonoy asked my friend Jason, yes, Gilda, that's so true. In one of his songs, and you'll see that, I captured that later. One of your friends, sabi niya, Jason, to sing the last part of the song. They both sang at the Saban Theater on Beverly Hills with Pus, hindi ko na ba yan, Ray and Marco season. Okay. So, but you'll see that because there was this portion wherein he was walking around the venue, and of course, you know naman, he is having difficulty walking, si Nonoy. But when you get to that part, I guess you recognize one of the guests there, the special guest, and they sang the last part of that song. So, and you'll see that we captured that here as well. Hopefully, Gilda, you will have that. Sabi niya, I think that performance was done also as that part with Pops Fernandez. Okay. Si Ferdy Jacinto. Ferdy is watching us from Houston. Ako, Ferdy, puyatan na. Ferdy Jacinto. Ferdinand Jacinto. I will see you, by the way, August 4. I'll be flying there for Fiesta Cosa, Texas. Si Chloe Marie Mendy is watching us as well. And then later, we'll talk about some of the shows happening this weekend dito sa LA, and I'll definitely talk about that, but in between. So let's see. That being said, let's see the other song. So that song, You Are the One, that was composed by Doji Simon, yung narinig nyo just now, and of course Nonoy Zuniga. That will be his song, and hopefully it will be released soon, rather. And you will be hearing that in different airwaves. So the next song we have that was performed by Nonoy would be, hulaan natin. was popularized by the divine diva Sasha Padilla. But what you just heard is the version of Nonoy Zuniga. The good thing about it is, of course, Dodgy Simon has been producing as well as writing. He's a very prolific songwriter, so he wrote all these songs. Ang dami po niyang, but of course, he wants to highlight Nonoy's song. So yung mga susunod, you already heard 4 of his performances. One is the You Are the One, which was exclusively written for Nonoy Zuniga. So kay Nonoy na yung written by Dodgy Simon. The second one is Reason, popularized by of course Louis Heredia, and hopefully we could get him to guest in one of our shows, in future shows rather. And then of course you heard Joanne Lorenciano's song, and then the fourth one of course is the Sasha Padilla. And now of course after rendering or singing the famous songs of Dodgy Simon, just the snippets, highlight of some of the songs kasi ang dami po talagang kanta ni Dodgy Simon na pwedeng kantahin, but because that's Nonoy Zuniga, syempre you cannot not have a concert of Nonoy without him singing his iconic song. At yun po ang maririnig nyo in succeeding song. Tapos natunog na tunog yung phone ko, si Ivy Violan who happens to be in Manila has been asking us he's been telling us na nanonood siya ng show. Hello, Ivy. Kasi nag-PM siya sa akin. At, may mga nagtatanong pala, yung Manila Inasal, is there a outlet na or how do you call that? Meron na pong restaurant? No, it's only by order only. Order pa lang. Pero definitely we'll show you later on where you could order. At hopefully when we guest si Dodgy Simon here sa show, in our future shows, makikita natin yung mga food nila na pwedeng ibigay sa inyo. And of course, we'll mention later the website where you could order as well as how you could order. It's only online for now at least. So yung what happened on this special night series or dinner series, hinhighlight, parang pinakita lang things, the food that would be offered. Some of the highlights of that will be the food created by Chef Natalie, and I'll guest her here as well. So we'll get to know more about Manila Inasal because I think they deserve the space, they deserve the recognition, and what better way than to promote our own by Filipino, owned by Filipino, and of course with the flavor of Filipino food, diba? How can you go wrong with that? And the next performance naman ni Nonoy will be all his famous songs na. So here we go. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what you just saw was the I'll Never Ever Say Goodbye or trivia. Do you know that song was made into a movie starring, of course, Nonoy Zuniga with the star for all season, Vilma Santos. So yeah, trivia yan ha. So when it comes to some contests, if we're going to parties and gatherings, and they said, Never Ever Say Goodbye was made into a movie. Yes. And it starred, of course, none other than the star for all season, Vilma Santos, and of course, Nonoy Zuniga. Yan ang mga trivia. And of course, that is the iconic song. Talagang sabi nga ni Nonoy, yung intro niya for that particular piece or for that particular song, that song has been the most requested as among the songs that he recorded together with Doon Lang and Kamusta Ka. And he will be singing that in this he sang that during this performance, and you'll hear that in a minute. But itong Never Ever Say Goodbye, sabi niya, this was used parang every time na merong kasal, merong kasal, sabi nga including yung mga renewal of vows, ay lagi pinapatugtog yan. Pero sabi niya lately, he heard that it's always being said also sa mga funerals tsaka sa mga wake. And sabi niya, not that it's bad, it's just like, if you really listen to it, sabi nga, and one of the things that's very interesting, sabi niya, when you are happy daw, you hear the melody. When you're hearing a song, you're happy, so you hear the melody of the song. But when you're hurting or you're in pain, you hear the lyrics. Ang ganda, di ba? It's so poetic. So, yun po yung kwento noon. So, now we know that Never Ever Say Goodbye has been used so many times for weddings and anniversaries and renewal of vows. And lately, it's been used sa mga wake as well. And of course, as I've said, para just in case it comes out in your trivia game, when you get together in some parties or gatherings, you know right away that this particular song was used also as a movie title. And of course, that was starred by none other than Nonoy Zuniga. Okay, that being said, let's go with this other performance. Ako, paganda yung performance. Kasi ito lang talaga yung placement namin. And so again, I apologize. But here's another wonderful performance by none other than Mr. Nonoy Zuniga.
Yeah.
Another famous song of Nonoy at very iconic is Doon Lang. And of course, part of the video you saw, it was so packed. It was so jam packed. And of course, it's by invitation only. Sobrang init because I guess the aircon of the United Methodist Church was not able to accommodate so much of that. So you could tell because somebody texted me, summer ba yan? Bakit ang init? Parang people were fanning. Yes, it was kind of hot and because maybe the aircon was not cold enough or there's just so many people because it was really, really, Nonoy is really one of those artists that it commands SRO, standing room only. And of course, he delivers. And of course, he's really one of the iconic, legendary singer, one of the legendary singers that we have right now. Sabi nga, walang kupas yung kanyang boses at he's one of the best singers we have in the country right now. At I would consider a very good friend, also a very nice person inside and out. At it is really a privilege to get to know him and to be called one of his friends. So yun po, talagang nakakataba ng puso to see him perform. At yung boses niya from the 70s and now, walang pagbabago. Sabi nga niya, he's just aging like wine. But he's still the same Nonoy that we know. And of course, it's so funny because while we were taking pictures, kasi we waited until the last crowd who were taking pictures with him. We waited to the last part. And when he saw me, of course he saw me during his performances, the first thing he said, oh, kailan ako mag-guest sa show? Sabi ko, okay. Now that, because he left right after, the day after the show, he went back to the Philippines and he's coming back in August. And definitely we'll invite him to guest on the show because he put me on the spot. He said, oh, when will I be a guest on your show? So just watch out our viewers and we'll make him sing live once he guests here on Alam Mo Ba. And definitely he's one singers that I am so happy to have on the show. Okay. Si Emma Consul is watching. Nako, Emma, I missed you. We should grab some coffee hopefully soon. I don't know whether you're still in Florida. Emma is a good friend of mine in Carson, California. A dear friend. At isa sa mga, I would say, movers sa Pangasinan. So yan. Hindi ko na siya bubukihin at baka pagalitan niya ako. So happy viewing sa'yo, Emma Consul. And call me, text me, and let's grab coffee or anything. So we get to hang out at least kahit sandali. Because I missed you and I know it's been a while since we get together. Okay, now let's continue with Nonoy's performance during Manila Inasal Dinner series featuring NONOY ZUNIGA. There you go. One of another iconic song. I told you he sang some of his iconic legendary songs, and that particular one is Araw Gabi, and you could tell that it became a group singing because of course most, if not all of Nonoy Zuniga's talagang it really touches people's heart, and of course he his songs are really sabi nga nila talaga it touches your soul. And a lot of us, if not all of us, are very aware of Doon Lang, Kamusta Ka, Never Ever Say Goodbye, Araw Gabi, Init sa Magdamag. And I could go on and on. That's why he is just one of those singers na talagang his songs will live on and on and on. At talagang, sabi ko, I not being his friend is already a joy and a blessing, but to hear him perform live is really something special. And I know it's just not me, but a lot of people felt the same way, especially that night. And on top of that, he is such a wonderful person. He is just one of those na talagang inside and out, and has this love for people, and he remembers people. Yun ang lagi sinasabi ng mga tao doon na yung mga tao who were there, who watch it, they, especially if he met you once, he will not forget your name as well as where you met him. At bihira yon sa mga artists natin now, especially yung mga new generation. Not to criticize them, but it would be nice also, sabi nga niya, when I talk to him, it is always wonderful to know your humble beginning and the people who help you to reach where you are. And those are the true sign of an artist or as a person na who, regardless what happened in your uh, in your journey to stardom, there are people who have helped you, and those people made the difference in your lives to reach where you ever you are. At meron din also na adage at may kasabayan, the people you reach, the people you met on your way up are the same people you'll meet in the event you're on your way down. So, sabi nga natin, yun ang maganda kay Nonoy eh. He's so humble. That's why laging sinasabi nga niya na it is always good for artists like him who had reached the apex, the zenith of success. Yung kumbaga tugatog ng tagumpay is to always be humble, because there's this passage in the Holy Bible that be humble, don't let God humble you. Diba? Parang ano yan eh, yung kawayan, yung bamboo, na when they reach a certain height, if you notice, nagbe-bend siya. Nagbe-bend yung that's why the success or popularity, sometimes it affects people differently. Some, they forget their humble beginning, or they try to not go back and kumbaga, to acknowledge where they came from, as well as the people who have helped them. And yung iba naman talaga, the higher they go up in the ladder of success, the more humble they are, or the more humble person they become. And yun ang talagang admirable. And that's something that I know Nonoy being Nonoy is one of those na talagang people, artists of the now generation, especially the new artists, the new breed of artists should emulate or should learn from. And of course, meron pa tayong one song left before we conclude our special or highlight for tonight. And here we go. One more song, one more performance from Nonoy Zuniga. Oh, happy viewing, Rona Rivera. Rona, happy viewing sa'yo. love. And the funny thing is, that was his last song for that night. Ang ganda talaga ng message ng song na yan, Live for Love. And what a way to end a special. What a way, sabi nga nung lyrics ng song, only love can fill this world with lasting peace. Diba? Naku, with all the things that's happening in the world, yung mga away-away na, tapos only love can give you strength to stand the test. Only love can tame an angry heart and light the darkness path of a weary soul. Diba? Live for love. Talagang what a way to end a show. What a way to see that highlight of Nonoy Zuniga brought to you by Mang Inasal. Now, let's show naman yung mga posters para, again, this is not a paid advertisement ng Mang Inasal. It was just one of those that I think deserving of some attention. So, Mang Inasal, Manila Inasal rather, is already here in Los Angeles, and you could order it for now online. And it can be delivered to you. We will show the poster either to Uber Eats. Pakita ka natin yung poster. Yan, Mang Inasal. Tapos merong poster akong pinadala kay Yo. Tingnan natin kung mahanap ko. Yung last part, yung how to order ng Manila Inasal. Let's see. I think, yan, right there. Where to order Manila Inasal. Uber Eats. Tapos, there's Grab Hub at saka DoorDash. So, yan. For now, and hopefully, in due time, magkakaroon sila ng sa outlet or restaurant. Hopefully, and of course, we will announce that. And of course, we'll be inviting and already asked Donji Simon to guest. Ini-schedule na po namin because we have so many guests already lined up. So definitely. Happy viewing kay Erlinda Gulayan Cercado. Happy viewing sa iyo. Sabi niya, hello Sir Josh. Hello to you as well. Tapos, let's see yung mga upcoming shows. Ako, at talagang, ayan. Balikbayan Bex. That's of course si Star for All Genders, si Joseph Gelito, tapos si Bona at saka si Bachi. And it's happening August 23rd. Malapit na po. It's Balikbayan Bex. So if you are looking for a show that will make you laugh, talagang you will come out laughing at sasakit ang tiyan nyo and all that. Do not forget to watch Balikbayan Bex. And tomorrow, yan, merong big thing happening in Los Angeles at the Evil Theater. That is none other than Karim and Hasmin. This is brought to you by Amore Production. Ito po yung kanilang poster. And I think tickets are still being sold. And that's Karim and Hasmin. It's an opera and it's happening tomorrow. Yan, ang daming sila Kit Navarro, si Anne Nepomuceno, si Stephanie Rees, tapos of course si Pelson Palad, Joseph Gelito, and of course the Raquels will be there. So, and of course it will be narrated by Donita Rose. So, yun po yung maraming nangyayari ngayon. And of course, on Sunday naman, I don't have the poster. It's Eric Santos. Milestone will be happening at the Saban Theater. So, just stay tuned and I will definitely cover them as much as we could. Sabay-sabay po, and that's kind of heartbreaking for a lot of our concert viewers because hindi mo alam talaga kung where you're gonna hahati talaga. And one of the wish that I spoke with one of the concert producer in Los Angeles is sana raw eventually it will be professionalized, meaning hindi sabay-sabay yung mga concerts, especially in one area, kasi nahahati yung audience. So para what they're saying is hopefully they would have an association or a group whereby all the concert will be scheduled para lahat kumita at walang mag-flop o walang may mga concert na hindi mapanood. Because kunyari they're having it in LA, then parang one concert lang dapat in LA, and there's so many weeks, so many weekends anyway, so many days that anybody could have, just like when they do theaters. So para hindi raw nahahati yung mga audiences. And that makes sense in a way, but I don't know whether that's gonna be it will be put into light, or whether that's going to be implemented, only time can tell. But you never know. I think it's a good idea. They just have to tweak and kind of iron some of the creases, and so, tweak a little bit yung concept itself. But that would be the winner. There will be the audience, and of course the winner there would be also the producers and the promoters. Pag hindi sabay-sabay, para lahat talaga makapanood, because as I always say to people, Filipinos by culture, we are a culture of very talented people, talagang world class. We just need to be discovered, reintroduced, and introduced to the world. And that's why Alam Mo Ba was created, simply because we are helping artists, businesses, services who are Filipinos or Fil-Ams trying to raise the Philippine flag in the world stage. Yun po ang talagang idea talaga ng Alam Mo Ba. And of course, I have to thank PHLB Radio for allowing me to have such a platform. At maraming salamat na rin. So that concludes talaga our show, our special show for today. I did that specifically because marami po talagang there's a lot of you who wanted to watch the NONOY ZUNIGA show but did not have a chance because it was sold out and was really full house. And as much as the producers and the promoters would like to accommodate everybody, it's just not possible, because as we all know, there's fire marshals protocol, and there's fire protocol, and there's some rules that they need to observe when they're having a big concert, a concert like that, like having an artist of par excellence like NONOY ZUNIGA. So because of the clamor, and of course some of you had PM me or private message me if I because they saw some pictures that I was there, so they want to see or to know if they could see at least have a highlight of that particular show, which hopefully you enjoyed. And maraming salamat for those people who tune in. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat as always. I am again, yung mga support nyo, yung mga team share, team replay, happy viewing sa inyo. And of course, I am, sabi nga namin, the show would not be a success. The show would not have this following, and of course, without you, our viewers, without you, our listeners, and people who constantly share and talagang kinakalat nila, nakakataba po ng puso. I am at loss of a word to express how grateful I would always be. And I know I could speak for the PHLB Radio management as well, na talagang we appreciate all the help that you're doing, all the support, at yung unceasing support of what you have shown, not only my shows but also the shows of the other promoters and other producers and content providers, as well as the management of PHLB Radio. So maraming salamat. As always, before I end, tomorrow po, I have another show, Dear Kuya Josh, and definitely we'll see each other again. If you cannot, it's going to be 10 o'clock here in the Pacific, and of course, it's going to be 1 p.m. in the Philippines, and depending on where you are and your location and your time zone, it will be tomorrow po, for sure. And of course, as always, I always wish you the best and enjoy the rest of the weekend if you are not able to join us tomorrow. And I always wish you a happy, safe next week. Nako, especially for us, malapit na po ang 4th of July. Those people who are not familiar, especially if you're in a foreign country, 4th of July talaga is parang yun ang sineselebrate na Independence Day namin dito. Talagang that's where you have the fireworks. If in the Philippines, fireworks are normally seen and common sa mga launches, especially New Year, 4th of July is a big thing here in the US. And we'll cover that as well, yung mga happenings there. But definitely, you have a safe 4th of July if you are watching us in different parts of the United States. If not, you have enjoy, and have a safe next week. And as always, every time I close a show, I always advise and remind people to be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness, and any act of kindness that you show to people or you do to people, or you implement to people, you will always be blessed, You will always, it will boomerang. It will be returned to you, yung act of kindness. It will come back to you in so many ways, in different forms, in different situation and different people. Before I close, si Catherine Cruz is the wife of the Consul General of Los Angeles, none other than ang nagbabalik, Adelio Cruz. So, super galing na babalik ulit siya sa Los Angeles Consulate General Office. And Catherine Cruz is the loving and lovely wife of Congen Adel Cruz. And with that, maraming salamat as always. I'll see you tomorrow. And you have a wonderful night. God bless us all. Bye, everybody, and I hope you enjoy the show. See you next time. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.